So Edifier have sent me these headphones. They're pretty good, sound cancelling. I like them. Let's talk about it. So apologies first of all, I've forgotten to bring my tripod with me today, so this is going to be slightly shaky hand cam, but you know, we're out and about. It's a beautiful day. You can probably see that my head is overexposed here because it's so bright. It is only 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's really, really warm and bright today. But yeah, getting down to these headphones, the Edifiers, the sound, the track that I've used to test these with, because I tend to listen mainly to podcasts and things like that on my AirPods, and I'll be honest, I think the sound quality for me sits around about the same level as the AirPods 3, which is what I use on a day-to-day basis. So the sound quality is really good. These do not get as loud as the AirPods. I would say that's probably fair. I was basically just cranking it up. You just get that little beep in the background that tells you, you're at the top of the headphones volume. So these are not super loud headphones, but because they do have noise cancellation built in, and it's pretty good noise cancellation too, we're going to come to that in a minute, you don't actually need to go that loud because you're not trying to drown anything out. So this is actually probably better for your hearing. You will get decent sound quality. I would say that the sound is pretty well balanced. It's not muddy at all. It's very crisp. You can definitely hear the separation. So the music that I use to test these with is Daft Punk by Pentatonics, which is an a cappella group. They've got an incredible bass called Avi Kaplan at the time, who's changed now, but he's got a really rich bass voice, and all of that bass comes through really, really nicely.
Drag and drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it,
it's not super punchy. It's not like a Beats kind of sound signature with these. It's a lot more kind of controlled and balanced across the range, I would say. There's no muddiness. It's all nicely separated. You can hear the crisp kind of hi-hat sounds that are coming from the beatboxer. You do get the little kick of the bass. It's not like in your face. It's not over the top. It's not overpowering. However, it is nice and separated and well balanced across the frequency range as far as I can tell. There's nothing that I feel like I'm missing here compared to listening on my decent like Harman Kardon desktop speakers at home. The only thing I would say is, if you're looking for something that's really loud and really punchy, these might not be the ones for you. These are not kind of overwhelming on the volume. In terms of the noise cancellation though, which is really important, especially if you are thinking about how loud these go, the noise cancellation is really good. I'm sitting in the middle of a park, which you can hear the kind of background noise here. We're recording on my iPhone, which kind of does pick up a lot of the surrounding sounds, as well as kind of separating my voice out quite nicely. But you can hear that it is not a silent area. When I'm walking along the street, when I had these on the other day going to London on a bus for 3 and a bit hours, there was no real drone from the background, which is kind of what you would want from noise cancelling headphones. If you're doing a flight, if you're doing anything like that where there's a sort of constant background sound, these are perfect at cancelling that out. If you have intermittent background sound, they're pretty good too. They're not 100% perfect, but I don't think anything is. It is listening to the background and it is cancelling them out. You've got 3 settings for the noise cancellation too. So you've got a full noise cancellation mode, which is the one that I've just been discussing. Then you've got noise cancellation off, which basically just relies on the seal of the headphones around your ears. The material on this is nice and squishy. It's kind of like an air-filled cushion, I would say. So it's quite a low density foam covered in like a faux, I would say like a faux leather. It's not quite leather thickness, it's quite a bit softer than that. However, it has got that kind of sealed edge to it. It's not like a suede or something along those lines, or an Alcantara. But the seal is pretty good, so it does actually do probably 50% of the noise cancellation. And then you've also got an ambient noise mode, which is basically an equivalent of transparency mode on the AirPods Pro. So as an alternative to going full on AirPods Max, these are a really good option. Also, definitely worth mentioning in comparison to the AirPods Pro and any of the AirPods ranges, obviously you don't get all of the Apple specific features, so you're not going to get automatic device switching. You're not going to get these turning off when you take them off of your head. You're not going to get that kind of stuff. I also don't think you can use these for Hey Siri or anything along those lines. So just be aware that you're not going to get all of those kind of quality of life features, but you are going to get really good sounding headphones for a much smaller price. You're talking 15% of the price of AirPods Max. In terms of the build quality, these are pretty much all plastic. You've got the same the same squidgy material up at the top here, and you can see it bounces back, it rebounds really well. Been using these for a few weeks, and there's no kind of wear that you can see on them. I do throw them straight into my bag, so you can see there are a few little marks on there. They don't come with a case. That would be one thing to mention with these. But then I think the AirPods Max case is pretty universally hated, I would say. I think possibly unfairly, but I do think that some kind of a case or a little bag that you can throw these in your rucksack would not be a bad choice. But also, there's no damage to them. There's just a couple of little scuff marks, and it's probably mainly because these are pure white. It's kind of a soft touch plastic. There's a slight texture to it. It's not shiny, it's quite matte. It's actually more matte than you would get with, say, the AirPods case, but that does mean that it does pick up little scuffs. The branding's nice and subtle on the sides there. That's as much as you get on the outside, and these are pretty good. They charge through USB-C, which is great because obviously USB-C is becoming that standard, as everyone knows. As much as Apple has tried to resist it, I don't particularly care which charger it uses. They come with the cables that you're going to need, so no problems from that point of view. But yeah, these are a solid choice if you are looking for something around the $70 mark, I believe these are. I will include a link down in the description if you want to grab one through Amazon, and I will obviously get supported on the channel if you decide to. But if you have any more questions on these, feel free to hit me up down in the comments section, and I will answer any questions you've got on the Edifier headphones. These are the Edifier W820NB. It's a catchy title, but a solid pair of headphones.